first of all, I would like to congratulate TiE for organizing such a vibrant event and inviting SIDBI to present about its schemes and what it's doing and how it could be beneficial to the TiE members particularly. So just I think brief about SIDBI you have already got why SIDBI was started, what was its role, what are its functions, and what we do. So now I'll try to give you how SIDBI is benefiting directly to the MSMEs. What is the difference between the commercial banks and SIDBI? As I was saying, it's like other banks do everything, SIDBI only does MSME. तो वो MSME भी करते हैं, हम सिर्फ MSME करते हैं. So ये basic difference है. So we understand the need what MSME wants, what it requires. We facilitate them, not only by financing, by getting into the. So why MSME is important? For as we all know now, the MSME definition be broad-based. So now more than 95% of all the institutions or the companies are basically now MSMEs. As turnover limit of 500 crore that has been set up by the government for MSMEs. So the majority are the MSMEs. So they are a major contributor to the economy, for the exports, because they are the major suppliers even to the big corporates. So even directly or indirectly, they are contributing to the economy in a big way. So I think we can skip this. We have already on what SIDBI has been created. So now, as Sir has said, the basic function of what SIDBI is doing. Just to elaborate on that, SIDBI understands the need of MSMEs and develop its the schemes or guidelines according to it, so how it could facilitate them easily. Like when there was a problem of getting banks were asking for the collaterals, then it was like CGTMSE was born, and that is being managed by SIDBI, that is Credit Guarantee Trust for MSEs, where you can have a collateral-free loans. The limit even now that has been increased to 10 crores. So that is one of the main important change that has happened for the MSMEs, and SIDBI is the pioneer for that. Similarly, when the problem came from the MSMEs that it was only debt financing, and it is becoming difficult because they don't have that background or that finances or their numbers doesn't speak that way that banks consider that. So SIDBI in 1990s come up with SIDBI Venture Capital Fund, where where SIDBI provided equity or quasi-equity products when this venture capital industry was totally nascent in the country. SIDBI came up with that and provided equity and quasi-equity products. Similarly, this has been expanded, and SIDBI has been working with many ministries. It has been nodal of the many schemes like Mudra, Stand Up India, PM Vishkarma, PM Swanidhi, so which all have been benefiting. SIDBI has been part of that, and recently if you see the Ministry of MSME has launched 2 schemes, MSE Gift and Spice, for promotion of the green financing in circular economy and in upgradation of the technologies. There also SIDBI is the nodal who is managing all those schemes. Same way Fund of Fund for Startups, that is being managed by SIDBI, which is again being now top up, looking at the the performance that has been done. So it's and SIDBI has been involved not only in providing or collaborating for these schemes, but also with the policy makers to understand, as we are involved with industry associations, so we get to know what challenges are, what problems are, and we are same way connected with the ministries. So we are kind of a connecting point also between the MSMEs and the ministries. So even if you see the SIDBI recently has come up with their survey report also, where they have given what is the challenges that MSMEs are facing, what are the credit gaps, how it could be met. So all those things SIDBI is doing in a big way. So these are all the contributors to the MSMEs. So as we have presence is as of now limited. We have around 130 odd branches pan-India basis. So how we are with this small network of branches managing such a big country, or the MSMEs per se, which we are saying, it's more than, as per official record, 6 crores. We have evolved in a very digital way. You can file the application directly through the website. The application is being processed online. The sanction is done online. Documentation, even disbursement and monitoring, we have set up those channels that it could be done totally in an online way. So you need not visit the branches directly. The support is available through probably mail or phone, and everything is available on the website, or there are proper applications where you can submit the information. Like we'll discuss about those schemes also, where we have like straight through process schemes, where if you have those basic data available like GST, ITR, bank statements, you can just upload those and you get a sanction, in principle sanction, within hours. So basically our, as I said, we are into like MSME financing. So we are into MSME financing, what MSME needs. So we understood that. So we have that, like basically the small industry in the manufacturing needs machinery. So we have a dedicated scheme for the machinery financing. And then for greenfield is like project finance, or some expansion plans is there. So we have have those project finance schemes as well as machinery finance schemes on a separate basis. Then we have some sectoral schemes that we are coming up for for particular sectors like hotels, hospitals, or for those who are requirement of DG sets. So we have schemes which are particular that, because it was felt that all the scheme parameters which may require for a project loan or a big loan may not be required for a different kind of financing which are there. So parameters are being changed accordingly. So this is the xTiE scheme which sir was also talking about, which is a totally straight through process, where on the basis of your ITR, GST and bank statements and basic KYC, this asset there, then all algorithm is there, it runs through that. So there is like no chances of even the manipulations and all. So it's like totally digital. You get the sanctions through mail, so there is no manual connect. You apply directly, you get the reply through the system itself on the basis of your document. So as of now, the limit is for the new companies is 3 crores. So other than that, there's a scheme called Speed. It's basically an extended version of the Express scheme, where the amount was limited to 3 CR, but here the amount is for the higher amount of quantum, there's some little bit of scrutiny, or you can say appraisal is required, which is done for the machinery finance. The solar is being done through these schemes. Even this is very simplified, where no such your DPRs or such things are required. Even those similar documents are required. Other than that, we have your last 3 years probably financials to assess or your future plans and how it could give the profitability, or because being a higher quantum loan, how the loan is being will be managed or repaid over a period of years. Then we have direct credit scheme. It's like an umbrella scheme where all the projects in the project financing also are covered, where even land, building financing, machinery financing, all are covered. So as of now, we are up to 50 CR. It is being done in this DCS. So these are some sector schemes which are there, totally for the DG set. There is an ad scheme. So these are again, these are like the Express, Speed, these ads. Why these ads is being created? Because these are 100% financing products. Okay, where you just give your margin 25%, which is there, that is being kept as a security. So your promoter contribution and secure the same. So sometimes what happens, you are banking with someone, you have given your security to some other banker, so it becomes difficult. They do not share, or they just it's difficult to have a kind of a takeover, switch of the banks, and there's an urgent need. So here you just give your contribution to us, we give 100% financing, and your contribution is kept as a FD with us, for which the interest is paid, and which is being given back to you once the loan is being repaid. So there is no like extra collateral which is being required, extra that effort that goes, or you speak to bank or convince them. So all those things are not required. These are like straight through processes where you can get fast financing without any collateral or mortgages. Same more, this is a scheme, it's for renovation of hotels, hospitals, and these critical sectors which are there. So for that, this scheme is being built, because what happens, if you see the hotels or hospital, those kind of projects, they require a high level of diligence, because the project they are a big size projects generally. But what happens is sometimes they need to have some interior changes, or renovations. So for that particular, to get the need of that, it's like you need not require those extra collaterals, but on the basis of what you have through a simplified processes, we have come up with the schemes where up to 5 crore of loan is provided with 20% of contribution to this sector for the renovation of their premises. Then coming to the green side, we have this 4E scheme, that is end-to-end energy efficiency scheme, that is for purchase of upgradation of your machineries to energy efficient machines, or for solar, for rooftop solar, you want to have that. These are it fits into the 4E schemes. Here we have some concessional financing available, because we as a government institution, it's not only financing but development and promotion also. So in that we are providing some extra concessions, those who are going for this energy efficient or green technologies, so that we want that the country move towards a greener economy, and what are the support we could give on the financial part that is being provided to those company. So this again is a like 100% financing model with those basic documents. Up to 15 crore of loan is being directly provided. Then green finance scheme is like it's a umbrella scheme for green projects, where like, because this green technology is evolving, okay, so there are like new products coming up every day in this field. So like 4E, we have defined that there are particular list of technologies. If you are availing one of those technologies, you are directly covered under that 4E. But GFS is like an umbrella. If some new even technology is coming up, or you go to banks, they are not aware, it's difficult to finance. So we have a separate green climate finance vertical which assess those technologies, understand it, and and we take even those innovative technologies for financing. So this for this that like a project finance kind of thing, this scheme works. Similarly, for EV financing scheme, it could be for the fleet operators, as well as for the MSMEs who want to have probably their own fleet, or those who want to have their EV, want to switch to EVs. There we have a scheme which is again very simple financing scheme. In that, as we see now, lot of shift is there, even in the like you said, the Zomato, Swiggy, all are being now shifting to the e-vehicle delivery channels. Same way the companies which are there, they are also preferring for movement of goods, within the area, their fleet also, probably 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers, get into the EV. So for that financing, we also promoting and giving them the concession to have that. Now this is one of the recent things that is there. So SIDBI being a nodal for Ministry of MSME for operating 2 schemes, that is MSC GIVE, the MSC Green Investment and Financing for Green Technologies. So in this there's a 2% interest subvention for purchase of machinery. There is like 890 technologies which has been defined under this scheme. If anyone is purchasing or taking those technologies including solar, there's a directly 2% interest subvention for a loan up to 2 crores and for a period up to 5 years. So like even if you are getting a sanction 8.5 or 9, you'll end up at 6.5 or 7. So it is being given by the Ministry of MSME. Then another is MSMEs, that is promotion for the circular economy. So as identified by the NITI Aayog, the 11 sectors which are there for this, for recycling and the waste management. So if someone is having those technologies or trying to build these technologies and applying these technologies in their industries, and so there's a subsidy of 25% up to 12.5 lakhs for promoting those technologies as well. So, and SIDBI has also developed this portal, where you get all basically the details, guidelines about the schemes, how to apply, where to apply, and what are the benefits are there, and what are the eligibility criteria are there. So it's green.msme.gov.in, and probably this would be, become the one-stop shop for all the, green products or the schemes which would be there, available for the MSMEs. So I think you should take use of it also. Next. What advantages, with SIDBI you have? So SIDBI, as I said, SIDBI has been a innovator in the MSME financing, and also, with the help of its stakeholders, it has been developing new schemes, and those probably the policies or the guidelines which are helpful for the MSMEs. Now, when you get connected with MSME, there are like many things which are first given to the companies which are an existing borrower of SIDBI. Like recently, SIDBI have launched GST Sahay product. Okay, it was a product only made for the existing customer, where you can finance your GST invoices. Okay, there's a sanction limit of 50 lakhs with no upfront fees. You directly get a sanction sitting at your desk. There is no need of collateral, no security, no contribution. Nothing is required. You just log in. It's through your GST and your ITRs. It sanctions your limit, and you can financing your GST invoices. So that platform was only right now it's only available for the existing customers. Because what happens is SIDBI is being a nodal, it tests or pilots many schemes, through its own customers or its own channels. So then there's a privileged customer scheme. So when you become a customer and you have a repayment track record of like say 2 years, 3 years and 5 years, so we have different categories. So on the basis of the your present security what you have provided, because what happens that you have given some security or you have given an FD, as we say, and your loan amount is getting reduced and your FD amount is getting higher with the interest that you are getting every year. So what we do is we fund that gap also, so there's a limit for that. For any bona fide business expenditure that you have, like for capital expenditure, for plant and machinery, for working capital, for any purpose you can use without giving any promoter contribution, without giving any extra security. And this is being done through our own platform, that we give you a sanction. Okay, now 2 years have been completed or 3 years has been completed or 5 years through silver, gold or platinum category. Then you can have those financing every year is available to you to get those financing. So it's not like you have to approach again as a project loan. Even you have you need one more machine in for your expansion. So after 2 years or 3 years you have a ready finance available that has been done probably in a day or a two. All those things, because it has been done on all your background information or the security that has already been given. So these are some of the different advantages from the financial or non-financial that SIDBI is trying to provide to MSMEs by understanding what they really desire, what they need in this hour. So our strategy changes according to the time. So whatever like GST Sahay product is the latest one, which we now being spread to other lenders as well. They are also coming up with different schemes. But they're like some innovative or experiment idea which SIDBI is being catering to since long. Like you must have heard of online PSB loans, the PSB loans in 59 minutes. That was even a platform that was developed and managed by SIDBI, where you can get a in principle sanction, and all banks are there about to get a sanction in those 59 minutes. So SIDBI has been trying to develop and evolve through the years, and by getting what really MSME needs. Yeah, thank you.